Hey, Coach, as you are starting to think about getting your preseason for next year organized, I'm remembering back to the days when I first started, every summer trying to get organized for the fall. I was a hot mess. Everything was in my head. I didn't, there wasn't specifically designed tasks for certain people. We didn't have any sort of standard operating procedures. So everything was just kind of done quickly or as we remembered things. And there was a lot of, oh crap, we forgot, right? Well, when we set things up that way, I never was bringing my best for the players that needed me. So, and it was very reactive. I want you to think about using a master to-do list. And that's what this is that I'm showing you. Get everything out of your head. What needs to get done? Just brainstorm, right? If you want, email me and I'll send this to you if you don't have it already. But figure out what are all the things that have to get done. You'll be amazed if you actually write it out and put it on paper, how many things there are to do, right? Tons and tons of things. And this is just daily operations, right? In the office, there's another list for recruiting specific things, right? There's lots of things to do. Most coaches are struggling and running around like chickens with their head cut off because everything's in your head. Get it out of your head onto paper and then assign who is doing what, right? If you are a head coach listening to this, if you find that most of these boxes are checked and you have assistant coaches, you are not delegating enough. You are taking on too many things. Think real quick, head coach, right? You are in charge of the future vision, right? And building your program. It's not going to happen if you're not giving yourself the time and the space to do big picture things, right? We got to take some things off your plate and free up some time. So make sure you're using your assistant coaches for these things. But assistants, right? Who is in charge of what? If you ask for this document, I'll send it to you in an Excel spreadsheet. So it's easy to switch and change things. But out of your head, onto paper, then organize it, assign who is doing what, and then even better, assign due dates. It's not on this sheet, but a due date when it needs to be completed by, right? So now there's clarity as to who is doing it and when it needs to be done by. The third thing I would say to do, third or fourth, is create a standard operating procedure. Shoot a video like this, right? How with the screen on, it's kind of like you're making a YouTube video, is walk through how it needs to get done. What are all the details? Or, write it out like this. Even better, whether if you have a video, link it or hyperlink the standard operating procedure, like a travel for when you're getting things done, right? There's so many things we do as coaches that have multiple steps to it and are repeatable. Every year you do these things, get it out of your head onto paper, but document it. It's like the pilot's checklist, right? It is, even though they have flown millions of times or hundreds of times, they go through the checklist. So the quality is high, things aren't forgotten, and they're doing the right things at the right time and in the right order. Obviously, as pilots, they've got a lot of lives at stake. I get as college coaches, we don't have lives at stake, but you got a lot of people who are counting on you to be organized and get them in the right place at the right time. And you have assistant coaches who are looking for your guidance to what they should do and how they should do it. If you're finding you're wasting a lot of time telling them things to do, this, I'm telling you, is a game changer. This became my central planning system. This became any new assistant that came on, they got their tasks delegated, but they already had this is how we do it here. So set the standard, set up the steps. I mean, I say this all the time. These are all systems, right? Systems for how you operate, whether it's preseason or any time during the year, even with recruiting, right? You have a system, and with each system, right, there's a process. If you're it's set up perfectly for the results you're getting. If you're not getting those ideal results, we got to change something in your system, right? It's hard to know that if it's in your head. Documented on paper. Now you can evaluate it from a quality perspective. You can add, subtract, do more of, do less of, whatever it is, but get it out of your head onto paper. you'll find you will organize your preseason much, much faster. You're going to proactively get things done. Things aren't going to be forgotten. You got the right people doing the right things, right? Or at least now you've started a different type of system. So again, you can always go back, course correct, add, subtract, whatever. But this was a game changer for us in organizing preseason quickly and effectively. I hope that helped. If you have other questions or you want any of this information, email me at mandy@busy.coach. Please like and share, right? So we can, I'm trying to get coaches home to their families sooner, but also when you're at work, producing a higher quality of work in less time, so you can get it, do more of what you got into the profession to do, which is coach your student athletes. So hope that helped. Let me know how it helped or if you use it. And if there's anything else I can do more to help, let me know.